then we can move on to another team that focuses on controlling the ball and running with power and seemingly is able to just put anyone in there to run and succeed. It's the San Francisco 49ers and Kyle Shanahan going to LA to face a wounded, depleted, downtrodden, disappointing Rams team is all you can say. They're a team that's 0-2, and it's looking like it's going to go to 0-3 just based on this game. I don't see that, they're going to be without Kupp, without Nakua. It's going to be Stafford and a bunch of guys, basically. And we're going to see what McVay and Stafford can do. I don't want to underestimate either of those guys, but facing the 49ers, even without Deebo Samuel, they still got Ayuk and Kittle. Jordan Mason is, filling in for Christian McCaffrey, seemingly, with no problem. So I think I'll take the 49ers here. There's still a couple question marks, but much less than the Rams, which are a team that, if they didn't have Sean McVay as their coach, there could be serious, serious questions about how well this team's going to do. I think Sean McVay pluses them up a decent amount. But, man, I think they better keep Stafford healthy or things could go south real quick for this team.
Yeah, I think to that point, an interesting thing to think about is, like, with all the injuries on this team, Puka being out, Cooper being out, the O-line is pretty much depleted. Would you consider, if it's there, would you consider bringing in a guy like Bryce Young into this roster? And then if Miami offers it, giving up a first-round pick, would you give up Matt Stafford?
Whoa, so you're saying a three-way trade, basically, or just two separate transactions. Two separate transactions. You're trading a low-round pick or like a late pick for Bryce Young and then getting a first-rounder from Miami to trade away Matthew Stafford. Now, that's very interesting. That is my prediction where if Bryce Young were to go anywhere and it feels like a perfect fit, it would be the Rams, and it would be to, be like the successor to Matt Stafford, or at least just the guy. Be the Baker.
The new somewhat. Baker,
Yeah, the new Baker. But, man, it's hard to know what you're getting with Bryce Young as a Rams fan. That would be basically punting on the season. You got Jimmy G. You would be essentially – I feel like you would be punting on the season, trading away Stafford.
It'd be I mean, if you go 0-5, 0-6, 0-7, you think about it.
At that point, it's like the NFC West is going to be lost. And if they're 0-6, they'd definitely be last place in the NFC West. But at this point, it's going to be hard to not pick them to finish last in the NFC West. Just seeing with how injured they're going to be for the foreseeable future, they're going to start stacking losses quick with just how depleted they are injury-wise. And hopefully against the Bears next week. But as long as it's just Deebo Samuel out, we know Christian McCaffrey's out, but as long as they still have Kittle and Ayuk, I think it's going to be enough to get them past the Rams in this game. So I've got Brock Purdy, who he did not look good against the Vikings on Sunday. I'll say that. And I think we were both talking about how the 49ers are setting themselves up to be in a very interesting spot with regards to paying Brock Purdy. He's going to be demanding a market-setting contract. And we've already seen some of these contracts for these quarterbacks that got signed over the offseason looking like, did we make the right move? Is this the guy for the future? But once you're on the clock and once your quarterback has let his deal run, you're kind of at their mercy. They aren't going to trade him away. They aren't going to let him walk. So it's going to be Brock Purdy's team. I'm saying now in September 17th, 2024, I don't know if he's the guy that I would be paying big money to and then letting my other premium players walk.
you could also have the same conversation about Bryce Young. Absolutely, if you wanted to.
I see. Of possibly bringing Bryce Young to
Bringing him to
49ers. I thought we were comparing Bryce Young and Brock Purdy. And I was like,
no.
Are there any two like more opposite career paths than being drafted last to the best team and having everything around you, or being drafted first to the worst team and having nothing around you?
Well, they both look like little children. So
yeah,
that's the only.
They both look like they could be freshmen in high school. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, not much to talk about on that game. I think that the 49ers are probably going to win.
We'll save our concern for later on the 49ers. We'll save it.
Yeah. I guess I'll need to see another. I'll allow Purdy to win back my trust this week.